All right. Welcome to Brain Training for Parkinson's with PD Active. My name's Stephanie. And this class, if you didn't already know, is sort of a mixture of all sorts of different things that incorporates mindfulness and brain-body connection. So sometimes we do a little bit of Pilates, we do a lot of work on the floor, we do work with our sensory system, making sure that our senses are integrated. That's our eyes, our vestibular system, and our proprioception. And just getting everyone into the room here. Today, and every month I pick a theme for us to sort of work through and evolve and build in through as the month goes on. And then sort of by the end, we have this beautiful culmination of this concept that we've experienced in 3 or 4 different classes. This month in December, we have 3 classes that I'm with you before the holiday break. And I was inspired both by how I felt after the Thanksgiving holiday, and then it was sort of confirmed by Adam's email and how he felt this morning. He said he was feeling a little sluggish. And so I thought maybe for December, with all of this activity that's going on in our lives, it kind of feel like exercise or movement, it can be kind of like another thing to do on the list. So I wanted to make these next few classes just really fun and interactive and active, and not really heady or brainy. Okay, so we can kind of, I know this is brain training, and so in some ways I wanted to say, let's turn off our brains and just have fun. But of course, I'm going to have this like backdoor strategy of how we're incorporating everything. All right, so that was my little introduction. Today you need a ball to work with. I like using the brain speed ball. It's just a lightweight ball with some letters and numbers written on it. You can also use a tennis ball, a ball of socks, anything that you can throw up and catch to yourself, or bounce off a wall, or throw with a partner works great. You also need a pen or pencil for some eye tracking drills. All right, we're going to start by warming up our eyes and our hands and our hand-eye coordination by playing with the letter ball. If you know how to play the letter ball game, go ahead and get started with the letter ball game. I'm going to explain it as if we have new people here that don't know how to play the letter ball game. All right, so either seated or standing, you're going to pass the ball up and pass it to yourself. I want you to get a little wild with the passing. So the more chaotic, and I know you're passing it to yourself, but the more unpredictable it is, the better. And I do want you to track the ball with your eyes the entire time. So even though that ball is going left and right, and maybe you can see it with your peripheral vision, I want you to be following the ball with your eyes the entire time. All right. Make sure everyone's on mute. You don't get on the recording. There we go. Nice. And if you have letters or numbers on your ball, you're going to say the letter or number that you see out loud. So my eyes went to the number 11. I would say the number 11 out loud. All right. Go ahead and do that for another minute or so. You can also do this throwing the ball against a wall that doesn't have a neighbor on it. That's always a little bit good for that unpredictability that I was talking about, something that sort of catches you off guard. All right. You can also do it with your eyes closed to make it even more unpredictable. So if you close your eyes, you throw the ball up, open your eyes, and then catch the ball. That's how you can sort of surprise yourself when you're just playing with yourself. The best way to play the letter ball game is with a partner throwing the ball at you. Okay. We'll just do this for another 30 seconds or so. Again, warming up our eyeballs and our hand-eye coordination. And especially if you're standing, it kind of gets your feet moving a little bit. You're getting some rotation in the spine, all that good stuff. I'm going to go for 3 more tosses. 1, 2, and 3. Nice work. Good, good. All right, go ahead and put your ball down, and we're just going to bring some more awareness to our proprioception, so our skin receptors, our ability to feel our limbs in space, which then helps us have better movement in general. So go ahead and rub through your arm. If you can have skin to skin contact, that is optimal, but of course, I know maybe it's cold out, you're wearing some layers. Just rub the skin on your arm, and the idea here is that you're getting a little bit of tug on the skin. Okay, that's how we stimulate the sensory nerves just below the surface of the skin. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be a deep tissue massage, just rubbing the skin. And get all over there underneath the arm, all the way down. And then we're going to go ahead and just pull on the thumb getting some traction and innervation stimulation at the tip of each finger. Yep. Good. And then shake it out and just take a moment to feel, what is that arm that you just stimulated? What does that feel like in comparison to the arm that you did not just stimulate? And if you feel a difference, isn't that kind of weird and interesting? And I love it. So let's do the other side. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about brain training, mind-body connection, mindfulness is bringing awareness to your body. And with more awareness, you can notice change, positive and negative change. You can notice change and then notice which interventions that you're doing in your program, which ones are being the most effective for you. And you can put on your short list to do more often. All right. It's not worth doing things that you don't feel a change in, right? All right. Go ahead and make sure that you get all the way through the underside of your arm, all the way. And then we'll come down to the hand as well. Give those thumbs a little traction pull. Each finger down the line. Great. All right, go ahead and shake it out again and just bring your arms down by your side. Notice how now the arm that you just did, notice how that feels in comparison to the arm that you did first. And maybe this recent one feels more alive. Great. And let's go ahead and just do an overhead reach with the arms. Just lift and lower. Good. And I want you to shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears and then drop your shoulders out of your ears. Shrug your shoulders up and drop your shoulders down. Good. Let there be shoulder shrugging. That is not out of the range that our shoulders should be in. We should be able to shrug our shoulders up. 2 more. Reach. And last one. Reach. Beautiful. And let's go for a little stationary run through the arms. Again, you could do this either seated in your chair or standing. Yeah, if you want to add the legs, go for it. We're going to add those in a second when we get that lower body integration. But I want to give the chair people an opportunity to see what this looks like here. Good. Run, run, run. You may notice that the torso gets a little rotation. Maybe your abs start to engage to control the chaos. A little faster. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, we're going to do that proprioception now through the lower body, the lower half of our body. Again, you can do this seated or standing. And if you feel like you need to balance yourself against a wall while you're bending over to touch your legs, please make sure that you're doing this in a safe way. Go ahead and rub your hands down one leg. And I know we're probably wearing some layers, so just make sure that you're getting enough grip on your leg to stimulate the skin. Like I said, the rubbing of the skin. And really make sure that you're also getting the back of your legs. The skin on the back of the body, sometimes we can forget about because it's on the back of our body. But isn't that why when we get our back scratched, it feels so good? Because it gets neglected all the time. I'm such a glutton for back scratches. Good. And then just rubbing the top of your feet. Normally we do that ball rolling on the bottom of your feet, but we're gonna skip that one today. Good. And then take a moment. Don't let your head come up too quickly. Make sure you calibrate. Take a moment to feel the difference between the leg that you just worked with and the leg that you did not. And notice the difference between the two. Maybe you even bias your weight into one side versus the other. That's kind of interesting. And then probably worth doing the other side. So go ahead and grab there. I don't know why this is getting my heart rate up. Maybe it's because I'm talking the whole time. Good. All the way down. the leg and behind the leg, the calf, the hamstring behind your thigh. You can even give your booty a little rub. Get those glutes working for you. Yeah. All of this is helping us feel and sense our body better so that when we do engage in a movement practice, our whole body is participating. Good. Make sure you get the top of your feet. You can turn this into a daily routine just when you're putting on your lotion too, right? Putting on lotion, rubbing lotion in helps you stimulate the skin. Good. All right, and then go ahead and march through your feet. Again, you could do this standing or seated in the chair. Try to get some vibration up through the limbs, right? So stomping hard enough that you get a little jiggle. Start to move your arms. We're gonna put it all together. Big temper tantrum march. There you go, David. Nice. Excellent. And we'll go for 10 more seconds. Can you go a little faster? Maybe a little run. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Walk around the room. Notice how you feel. How's your gait? How loud is your step? How loud is your step? How loud are your steps? How is your arm swing? Is there an arm swing present? How long are your strides? Are you breathing a little bit? Or warm? Yeah, nice. Go ahead and grab your letter ball or your ball that you're working with today. We're going to do another 2-minute segment, 2-minute-ish segment of letter ball. Again, if you remember how to play the letter ball game, go for it. If you have not tried the eyes closed version, I want you to try that today. So you're going to close your eyes, throw the ball up, open your eyes, and catch the ball. Okay? Close your eyes, throw the ball up, open your eyes, catch the ball. Say the letter or number that you see first on the ball. If you have a wall and a soft enough ball to throw the ball against the wall, I recommend that over throwing it to yourself. Good. Nice. I also recommend trying to catch the ball with 2 hands so that you get a right and left brain connection with the 2 hands together. And I know some of you are working with a ball that you could catch with 1 hand. I do like that. Once you've demonstrated that you can do that, try going both hands on the ball. It's going to make you rotate a little bit more than you would normally with the one-handed catch. There you go. James, get a little wild with that throw. Make yourself have to step around for it. Yeah. If you're not dropping the ball at least once or twice during this bout, you're making it too easy for yourself. All right, let's go 3 more tosses. 2 more tosses. And last one. Great. All right, we're going to use the ball here for this next exercise. Some of you, if your ball is really blown up, we're going to have to maybe adjust a little bit, but it'll look something like this. You're going to pass the ball behind your back and then pass it in front of you. Okay, say the letter or number as it comes through the front of your body. We pass it behind the back and through the center. Behind the back and through the center. So take a peek at your ball as it comes through the front part of your body and say the letter or number. Good. Everyone with a letter ball, are we able to palm that ball okay? Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing success. Nice. Good. Good. Switch the direction of that. I'm not saying my letters or numbers, but I could. I don't want to distract you. W. W. 11. This side's harder for me. What's that about? N. L. Nice. 2 more. And last one. Good, nice job. All right, seated or standing. Seated or standing, it'll look something like this. Ball goes to the left foot, tap your left foot. We're gonna be coming up to a stand here, and sometimes that can make us a little dizzy. So just be mindful when you bring yourself all the way up to your stand. Okay, if you get dizzy, then we need to either do this seated or slow it down a little bit. Okay, so we're going left foot, follow the ball, right upper quadrant. I know I'm out of frame. Right upper quadrant. Get the rotation. This is kind of from your big program, right? Here we go. Left foot, right upper quadrant. Left foot, right upper quadrant. I love it. Get that rotation. Big reach through. If you have a letter or number that's prevalent in front of your face right now, I want you to say words that start with that. So not number, but words that start with that letter throughout this set. I have a B. Okay, so if you don't have letters and numbers, say words that start with a B. We're going to go for 2 more. And last one. Good. Shake it out. Walk around the room. Of course, we're going to get the other side. Bring it back to your central, command central. All right, new letter or number. For those of you with no letters or numbers on it, I got the number W or the letter W. So we're going to say words that start with the letter W. If you want to say W or just go with the letter you have. So we're going to go right foot, left upper quadrant, get the rotation, reach all the way up. Same principles as your big program. Big movement all the way through. Up. Yep. Nice. Good. And you can make this pretty athletic. You can lunge into it. Nice. Saying words that start with the letter W. I don't want to distract you or give away the answers. That's why I'm not saying them, right? Last 2. And last one. Good. Nice job. Walk around the room. Excellent job. We're going to come back to that in a second. Grab your pen or pencil for just a quick eye tracking drill. Where did my pen or pencil go? Let's grab a new one. Everyone's favorite. I got peacock pen. All right, so we're gonna have the pen or pencil located about 12 inches from your face. Okay, your non-pen holding hand is gonna hold onto your chin. We're gonna pull the pen to one side of your face and track your pen with your eyeballs. Pull your eyes all the way to that side of your socket. And then back to the center. You can switch your hands if you'd like. Pull your pen all the way over to the other side, tracking your pen with your eyeballs. Go from right to left. Really trying to pull your eyeballs as far as you can. Remember, you're going to get some eye strain, and that's totally normal. We want to pull and push. We want to push your edges a little bit here. Nice work. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more time to the side. Great. Bonus points if you got a little eye strain. You should be able to kind of push the comfort zone there a little bit. Go ahead and eye wash or face wash, eye rub, whatever you need to sort of release some of that strain. Maybe even massaging the top of your eyebrows. Next, we're going to do, so if that version was eye movements, no head movements, this time we're going to do head movements, no eye movement, or no eye movement. With this one, I want you to find something on your wall or your desk or whatever, your bookshelf, that's about eye level. You can do this either seated or standing. Find something that's eye level in front of you, and it should be about no more than like 2 feet away from you. I'm just going to look at my green light that's in the camera. We're going to keep your eyeballs locked on that object as you turn your head to one side, pulling your eyes again to the side of your face, but this time by way of turning your head, pass through the center, and then look, turn your head to the other side. So you're still looking at your object, but your head is turning. This is called your vestibular ocular reflex. VOR, vestibular ocular reflex. So when I say we're going to do some vestibular work, anything that involves keeping your eyes sort of fixated on the horizon or on an object and then moving your head or your body around that is vestibular work. And if you start to get a little nauseous, I just kind of got a little wave. That's pretty normal. You want to push yourself to a little bit of discomfort, but nothing that it knocks you out. Good. I'm going to stop there. If you want to do one or two more, go for it. Little face wash, eyebrow rub. Yeah, right? We're getting a little bit of that strain. I like it. You feeling it, right? Okay. We're going to go on the diagonals now. So eyes fixated on your object, moving on the diagonal. You're going to do about 5 passes on one diagonal and 5 passes on the other diagonal. I'm not going to micromanage you. Just count for yourself. 5 in one direction, 5 in the other. So eyes locked on one. The head is going to lift up on the diagonal, so upper quadrant, and then drop it into the lower quadrant here. And you're trying to, again, pull yourself to the biggest range of motion you can do with your head, but your eyeballs stay locked on the object. Keep your eyeballs on that object. So the object is still, the eyes are still, the head is moving. The head is moving, the eyes are still. Good. About 5 passes and then switch. Don't wait for anyone else. If you need to take a break in between, do that. Good. And then a little face wash or eye rub when you finish your 5 on each. Good. And then we're going to come back to playing using the ball, seated or standing. Good. You're going to pass the ball behind the back again. Another version of this. As the ball passes in front of you, say the first letter or number that you see, so that your eyes drop too. So you're going to look forward when the ball is behind your back and then bring it narrow when the ball comes in front. All right. So your eyes are pretty much going from a far away vision to close up vision, far away vision, close up vision. One more in that direction. Switch the direction. Far away vision, close up vision, far away vision, close up vision. Nice. Three, two, one. Good. Nice job. We're going to go ahead and go on those diagonals again. You can do it exactly as you did last time. If you want to make it a little bit more athletic today, you need to sort of like move your body and wake up a little bit. It's going to go into a deep lunge where you're really leaning into it and then lifting up. If you want to come into a single leg balance, you can. Okay. So one or both of those as an add-on option for this round. Are we ready? Pick a letter or number and words that start with that letter or number. My letter right now that I see is T. So words that start with the letter T. Ooh, and they can be in any language, by the way. Yeah, following your ball through that whole process. Eyes are on that ball always. Down, eyes are on the ball as you go up. Yep, if you can try to keep both hands on that ball, even better. So your body crosses over. Yes, that's it. Nice. Reach that ball up towards the ceiling as if you wanted to pass it to someone on the second story. passing the Christmas decorations down and up, right? From the attic. Or holiday decorations, I should say. Good. Maybe one more of those. Beautiful. Walk around the room. Shake it out. That can get kind of dizzying a little bit. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows we're holding the ball with both hands. Both hands. That way you get the full rotation of your trunk. Otherwise it's just your limbs moving and you're not getting that trunk rotation, right? All right. Same thing on the other side. We're going to go bottom right quadrant, upper left quadrant. Follow the ball with your hands. And you can add the athletic options if you'd like. So bending into the side lunge and then coming into single leg balance, one or both of those options you can add in. Nice job, Karen. Good. Good. Carrie, drop into that squat a little bit more. Squat low. Get your booty down. Yes, good. Nice work. We're going to go for 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Perfect. Walk around the room. Notice what your gait feels like or sounds like or looks like. If you have a mirror, you catch yourself in the mirror. Excellent. All right, how are we doing? Good. Okay. We're going to do one more set of eye drills, and then we're going into agility training. And then we'll finish on the floor. All right. Grab your pen or pencil. And again, I like to have one hand on the pen or pencil and one hand on my chin, just to make sure that I'm not moving my head. I'm strictly moving my eyeballs. And the pen or pencil is about 12 inches from your face. And we're going to go upwards with the pen and then down with the pen, tracking the pen all the way up through you might even see like your eyelashes or your eyebrows, and then rolling and then bringing it down, and you're looking sort of through your cheekbones. Very good. Maybe 2 more. Nice. Eye wash, face wash, eye rub, eyebrow rub. Some of the cranial nerves that innervate your face muscles around your eyeballs are right at the eyebrow, above the eyebrow, and then right sort of underneath the middle part of your eyebrow. If your eye muscles are starting to feel strained, you can kind of massage these areas. The nerves will calm down a little bit. Good. Okay. Now find that object on your wall again that you're going to do the VOR drill on. So no pen or pencil this time. Find an object on the wall. And fixating your gaze on that object. And we're going to lift our head up. So again, you're looking at that object kind of through your cheekbones, and then dropping the chin down and looking at that object through your eyebrows. If you're starting to feel dizzy or sort of off balance, you can hold on to something or do this seated just to keep you safe. There you go. 2 more. Nice work, everyone. Eyeballs on the object. Yep. Great. Face wash, eye wash. Blah. Great. All right. While you're kind of getting yourself reset there, we're going to go into some what's called brain speed, or well, I call it brain speed, or just reaction time. So I'm going to give you some sort of command, and you are going to do an associated action according to the command that I give. So here's how it's going to go. If I say, I know I'm cut off, but just for the sake of the quick okay. So if I say left, you're just going to take your foot out to the left and then bring it back to the center. Now you can decide for yourself. We've done this in the past. I think this was the theme for October, right? You can decide how athletic you want that to be. So it could be a toe tap. It can be a lunge. It can be, it can be a hop. It can be a single leg hop. All right. There's lots of different versions. So choose how you want to, which movement you want to do for a left-sided command, and similarly for a right-sided command. Okay. So tapping out, jumping out, lunging out, same thing on either side. If I say up, you're just going to bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Okay. So it's either just an overhead, or you can create a little hop if you'd like to make it, again, athletic, a little bit more athletic, a little bit more cardio based. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So I know some of this is new for you. So for some people, this is new. So again, I'm just going to say left, right, or up, and you're going to do the associated command that you've decided for your own body. Okay. We're going to do about 25 commands, and then we'll take a break. Are you ready? Here we go. Up, right, right, up, left, right, left, right, up, left, up, right, right, left, up, right, left, up, left, left, right, up, up, left, right. Nice job. Walk around the room. Walk around the room. Or you can do a seated walk, right? Seated walk. I love it. You can march your legs too. Good. Bring it back in. How was that? All right. We're going to put a little bit of memory involved with it. So I'm going to say 2 commands in a row, and you do those 2 commands in a row. Okay. And then I'll give you 2 more, and then you do them. Okay. Ready? Left, right, up, up, left, right, right, up, right, left, up, left, left, up, right, up, left, right, left, right, up, left, left, up. Good. Walk around the room. Nice job. But walking is just a nervous system reset. So you can march in place, walk around the room, swing your arms. Sort of resets the nervous system. I love it. The last 2 command memory. Are we ready for memory? Say 3 commands. And then you got to go through it. And then I'll say 3 commands again. Okay. I'll watch you to make sure that you can finish the 3 before I say the next 3. Are you ready? Up, right, right. Okay. Up, left, right. Left, right, up. Left, up, right. Right, up, right. Left, up, left. Left, right, up. Up, left, right. Nice. Walk around the room, march around, nervous system reset. Nice work. Grab some water if you need it. We have two more sets of this, all right? If you want to, I'm going to give you a moment before we do the next one. If you want to, you know, change up the movement that you're doing, if something's not feeling right for your body, you're not liking the impact, you can regress it. If you want more impact, go more kind of on the more athletic, deeper lunge, more hopping, more impact. Okay, can we do 4 commands? Can we do it? Okay, 4 commands. Can I do it? That's gonna be the hard part. Okay, here we go. Left, right, up, up. Okay. Left, right, right, up. Right, left, up, left. Left, up, right, up. Left, up, right. Left, right, left, right. There you go, Carrie. Nice. Up, left, left, up. Good. Walk around the room. Nervous system reset. March in place. David, I like that. Marching around with his swivel chair. That's perfect. Nice job, man. Okay, last set. 5 commands. 5 commands. It's going to go quick because there's only going to be like 4 sets. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. I'm like, which way do I read it? Okay. Up, right, right, up, left. Good. We got it. Left, right, up, left, up. Okay. Good. You guys are awesome. Right, up, right, left, up. Honestly, I'll never know if you did it wrong. Left, right, up, up, left. Last one. Right, right, left, right, up. Good. Nice job. Walk around the room. That was hard. That was hard. Walk around the room, nervous system reset. We are going to finish up on the floor for the last 8 or so minutes. So go ahead and start migrating yourself down to your mat. That was a lot of movement, a lot of stimulation for your eyes and your vestibular system and your brain. If you need to move the camera to find a spot to see me, I'll try to give my best auditory cues. Sometimes visual learners need that visual. And once you're settled on the mat, if you're still working your way down, no worries. I'm just going to give some people something to do while we're all getting down. You're just going to lay with your feet flat and your knees bent and just let your knees go right and left. Just let them fall over to one side and then the other. Yeah, there you go. And see how down you can let the legs go. Can you get your leg all the way down to the mat on the side? That big rotation through your spine. Try not to let your feet slide away from you. Use a little bit of cord to keep that engagement. Just gonna check and see everyone's status here. No person left behind. Good. Perfect. All right, so the rest of the class is going to be all about rotation. And what spine rotation does for us is it helps us in our gait. Spine rotation is also really, really good for organs, for your organs in your trunk, and sort of massaging all the organs in your trunk so that they can stay lubricated and juicy and healthy and hydrated. So go ahead and roll yourself over to one side. So you're going to let your knees fall to one side and then sort of follow through with that. And you can make a pillow with your bottom arm or grab an actual pillow. Get yourself relatively comfortable here. And then take your top arm and reach it all the way forward, so much so that the buttons on your shirt or the logo on your shirt drops down to the floor. To get the logo on your shirt to touch the ground. We get close to the ground. And then we're going to lift the arm up and over behind us, rotate your chest open to the ceiling, and then take your eyes behind you so that you're looking at that arm that just moved in that big arc. And then bring that arm back up towards the ceiling. Stretch it forward again. Try to get the logo of your shirt to come down to the mat. It's pretty standard exercise. I'm sure many of you have done this before for PT or in Pilates. We're going to just open up the arm open and looking behind you, getting a nice rotation through your spine. I'm going to do this a few more times. I'm going to layer in some optional add-ons to this movement. Take your eyes to your thumb and follow your thumb through the whole movement. Don't let it ever get out of sight or out of focus. Beautiful. If you want to add in a breath pattern to this, we're going to inhale when the arm is forward, exhale on the way back, sort of squeeze out all the air like you're wringing out a towel, and then inhale to bring yourself back forward and exhale to rotate back. Beautiful. Just one more time there. Good job. And then you can bring your knees up towards the ceiling and then let them roll over to the other side. I'm just going to spin myself around so I can continue looking at the screen, but you can just turn away from me. We're going to do the exact same thing. So bending your knees up, laying on your side, make a pillow with your bottom arm. When you're ready, you can get going. So we're going to take that top arm and reach it forward all the way so that your buttons or your logo on your shirt looks towards the floor. Try to get that full rotation forward. There we go. Up and over, rotate behind you, trying to get your shoulders to come down towards the mat on the other side. And you already know the add-on to this one, so you can add it early if you'd like. You're going to take your eyes and follow your thumb throughout that whole motion. Good. So we're trying to get that shoulder to open back to the floor on the way back, and then logo of your shirt to come down to the floor on the forward. Good. If you want to add a breath pattern to that, it would be exhale, squeeze the ribs out like you're wringing a towel. Inhale to come forward. Nice work. Last two. And last one. Nice work. From this position here, take your top arm and just place it down on the floor. You can either have your hand flat or your forearm flat. So you're still on your side. We're going to take your top leg and reach it back behind you, so much so that it starts to roll you onto your back. You'll end up on your back. The arm that you were just moving in that last exercise, let's sweep it down towards your hip and then down and across the hip, lifting your head up to look at your thumb again, and then pulling yourself back into a side lying position. Draw your knees in. Okay, so if you need a visual, maybe watch for this one. We'll kick the top leg back behind you and let yourself roll open onto your back. That arm here is going to sweep to the hip, eyes catch the thumb, And then follow through and swing into your side. You'll pull that knee back into place. Good. So it's sort of a sequential roll, right? Leg kicks back, fall open. Swing the hip, eyes to the thumb, and then follow through with the legs. Nice. Last one. It's almost like the legs are the last thing that should come through. Try to pull through the trunk first. Your spine should rotate through, and then the leg is the last thing that comes through. Nice. Good. Should we try the other side? If you want to watch me, maybe swing around. Otherwise, just roll to the other side. We're going to start laying on your side. Is either going to be hand flat or palm face, forearm down, depending on the mobility of your spine. The top leg's going to kick out behind you, roll the hip through and roll onto your back. That free hand is going to go down to the hip, down to the opposite hip. Once it hits the opposite hip, you're going to lift your head up, look at your thumb, sweep the arm forward, the leg follows through, last thing. And then you sort of rewind it, right? So the leg goes first, and then the rest of the spine falls open. Arm swings, hip, eyes come up, swing through with the arm, and the leg comes through. Leg is the last thing that comes. And then leg back and roll open. Good. You do two more. I'm going to watch. Leg is the first thing that opens you. Leg is the last thing that pulls you to the side. That's it. David, excellent job. That was amazing. Nice work. Great. One more time here. Awesome. And then go ahead and lay yourself on your back. So find yourself on your back again with your feet flat and your knees bent. Good. And then go ahead and tap your feet on the floor here. So we're waking up the ankle, the dorsiflexors here a little bit more than they already are awake, I guess. We're at the end of class. So I know that that sun ray, that's a little hard to see, but I'm just tapping my feet here with my knees bent. Tap your feet. And your shins are going to get a little bit of a burn. Hopefully. Yeah. Good. And then go ahead and quiet those feet. We're still in frame, roughly. Hands on your hip bones, please. Tuck your tail underneath you so that your low back presses into the floor and your hips might lift off the ground a little bit. You might get a little bit of space there, and then roll your hips back down onto the floor. And then arch your back up off the mat so much so that you could maybe fit like a hand or something through underneath your spine. Tuck the tail, press your low back down into the ground so much so that maybe your tail rolls off the ground. And then release that tail and arch your low back so much so that you could put, thread something underneath your low back. Go ahead and rock through your pelvis and your low back a few more times. It's a relatively small movement, but pretty good for low back mobility and deep core engagement. Maybe just two more of those. Last one. Good. From here, place your hands down back on the floor, palms facing up, and your shoulders really open and wide so that your heart is reaching up toward the ceiling. A little open up in your chest, kind of puff up your chest. We're going to articulate yourself into a bridge. So tuck the tail, pull your hips up into that full bridge where you're pressing through your feet and the backs of your arms. So lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And if you're not quite sure what a bridge is, go ahead and look at the camera or the screen and just see how we have the hips lifted and I'm pressing through my feet and the backs of my shoulders. We're going to roll down starting at the top of the spine. So in between your shoulder blades is going to come in contact with the floor first. And then piece by piece, vertebrae by vertebrae, bleh, we're going to roll our spine down to the mat, let your tail drop as the last piece. Okay. Let's roll back up from the base. So we're going to press the low back down into the ground. The low back will peel up first. The mid back goes, then the upper back, and then between the shoulder blades, we press the hips up. And on the way back down, we start at the top of the spine. Between the shoulder blades, drops down, then the mid back, then the low back, then the top of the pelvis and the hips. One more time, please. This is called an articulating bridge for those of you that, if this is new for you, roll your hips up off the ground. And then rolling your spine back down to the floor. Perfect. Bring your feet about mat width apart, I should say, or a little wider than hip width apart if you're not working with a mat. Go ahead and let your knees fall over to one side. This is going to be similar to what we did at the beginning of this floor series. A little bit different because your feet and knees are a little separated. How close to the floor can you get this leg here? And then how close to the floor can you get your other knee? All right, so we're trying to get this opening in the hips here while keeping both shoulders on the mat. Oh, I just got a little cramp. Switch to the other side. So trying to keep both shoulders and maybe even your mid back on the ground as the legs swing from right to left. Your feet should be mat width apart, so on the side edges of your mat here for this one. And if you need to readjust every time, just bring your knees up, readjust your feet, find the edges of your mat, and then come into that twist. Good. All right, and we're just going to start wrapping up class here with our end of class meditation or reflection, which is where we lie in silence and solitude for, we'll go 2 minutes today, just reflecting on that last hour, especially if this was new for you. Let's take all that in and register it and put it in a more permanent place in our brain with this 2-minute reflection. And I want you to think about what was challenging for you today, what was interesting, what are you excited to practice or implement in your daily routine, even if it's something really small, or even if it's just something to think about and consider while doing your morning routine or your daily routine. So I'm going to turn off my audio. If you want to, I know some of you are far away from your camera. If you want to turn off your camera, you're more than welcome to for this 2-minute reflection. I'll start the timer now. And while you turn into yourself. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rock your knees, rock your pelvis, roll your shoulders, and turn your head. Bring yourself back into the room. Roll off to your side and then sit yourself up. You can start making your way back to your desk or your station or up onto your feet. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to turn off the recording. If you want to share any of your experiences today or have any questions or comments, I like to hang around I'm available for a couple minutes after class in case we want to discuss anything.